at USC about to do a walking tour and find some students to interview about their experience so far at USC and how they got here. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. All right, let's head in. All right, the campus has been gorgeous so far. Right now we're going to look for some students to interview to hear about their experience so far. Let's go.
We have like one of the strongest cinema schools really in the country, so that was definitely a deciding factor, and I really enjoy the faculty's work here. I find it really interesting, and it's a pretty big, I'm in the MA program, and it's a pretty big program, so it's kind of nice to have like a strong cohort to work with and make friends in. There's always a ton of free film screenings on campus, and especially because the School of Cinematic Arts has so many alumni working in the industry. People will come back for panels and talkbacks like after the screenings, and we get to see a lot of new films before they are even released sometimes, so that's really exciting and fun for sure.
I really like how helpful everyone here is. I love the energy that my professors bring to the classroom. I love how they will dedicate all hours to students, and I email my professors at 10 p.m. sometimes and they reply back immediately. When I initially came, I wanted to be a seismologist, and USC is one of the biggest centers for seismology in the country, and we are in California, so of course it's a really great place to study seismology. But I also came because when I spoke to certain professors at USC, they just seemed very welcoming and they seemed friendly and they want to work with you and they want to help you grow into a better person.
Definitely had to be the large financial aid that USC was provided me. You know, me being first generation, not only college student but also American. My parents come here as immigrants. We grew up in a low income community, so the financial aid that USC provided me was so beneficial for me. And so as a pre-law student, I believe that USC is unique in being able to provide access to the law school. So as an undergrad, I'm able to take courses at the law school and also have a minor with the law school, which is my minor being legal studies.
I mean, I love film school. It's the best film school in the world, and there are a lot of opportunities. We have 7 divisions, and as a PhD student, I can take classes from all of them. I want to be a television writer, so it's been really helpful to, learn and develop the craft. A lot of opportunities in the film school, so, if you're interested in cinema, definitely recommend it.
Because I love the Trojan Network and our undergrad business program. The best part, I think it's got a lot of extracurricular activities. For example, our CAP mentoring programs, and also some overseas internships opportunities.
I got a full ride here, so that's why I'm here.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm from the Midwest, and I went to undergrad out east, so I wanted to be in a different location before I decided where to settle down, and I really liked USC's program, and I liked where it was located, and the campus is beautiful, so definitely helped.
Once I visited, I was like, oh wow, this campus is really nice. Other than that, shifting from a public school, you don't get as much access to a lot of the resources that you would get at a private institution. So I really like the location because I was actually debating between UCLA and USC, but I haven't really been back to the east side as an adult. I grew up in Rampart Village in near Koreatown, but coming back here as an adult, I've been able to explore and see the world through the lens of adult eyes rather than as a child who had to live here. So it's been really fun exploring downtown, and USC's public policy program is ranked 3 in the world,
I think
something like that.
Yeah, it's
So yeah.
Just been a pretty big shift for me. I'm from Ohio and I went to undergrad in Indiana, so LA is definitely different, but I've really enjoyed it and I'm happy with the change for sure.
Oh, I like living in this area, honestly. A lot of people talk about USC area downtown, not say sketchy, blah blah, but I honestly like it.
Students should just ask for help when they need it. I think a lot of students think classes are hard, and USC is of course a prestigious school, but it doesn't have to be hard. If you ask for help, you can get it. I guess the neighborhood, it can be a bit dangerous sometimes, and a lot of people talk about that. So personal safety, I believe, is very important. just know people here are not trying to harm you. They're just trying to get by in their day, and sometimes certain people just, they're having a bad day. They might scream at you. Just don't be scared. It's not their fault. They're just in a bad situation. But if you ever feel scared, USC is pretty good with providing you services. DPS is very good at keeping you safe. So near the USC area, if you ever feel unsafe, you should just contact DPS and they will handle it.
This might sound counterintuitive, but the resources here could be overwhelming. So again, me being first generation, never having resources and growing up, and now entering an institution where resources are so abundant, to me it felt so overwhelming. So one of the things that I'm still struggling to face is finding the bridge that connects myself to the resources that the school offers. So even though the school does, express, promote that we have these resources, there's never really an outreach for us to get me access to these resources.
Obviously, some of the courses, like Marshall, they have Marshall curves. So basically, in our business school, they curve the class to keep it competitive. So you have to keep up with everyone else to maintain a high GPA. I mean, it can be a challenge if your goal is to maintain a high GPA.
A lot of work all the time. In terms of living around the area, I guess just not being in LA or not having been here before, and then coming here and not having a car, just transportation's really hard. But that's my biggest complaint.
One tip I would have when you're coming here is to definitely try and get involved in different organizations early on. There's a club and activities fair pretty early on. It's in sort of the main quad, and all the different organizations come out and set up different booths, and it's really fun just to look around and see what's offered, because I was definitely surprised at just the variety and types of clubs that are offered here as opposed to my undergrad. So there's definitely a lot to get involved in here, so I definitely recommend sort of checking that out early on. And yeah, that would probably be my main advice.
Also, free lift. Don't forget to subscribe to your free lift account. There are still some students who do not take advantage of that. Yeah, free lift.
Just research the program that you're getting into. I mean, contact professors, talk to, I don't know what program you'll be applying for, but it's always, even across the programs, it's always helpful to have contacts with professors before you come in, just because they can guide you not just through further studies in higher education, a master's or PhD programs, but also with getting jobs, because people here know everyone. Everyone knows everyone. That's how you get ahead in the game. You can email professors. You can just say, hey, I'm a prospective student, I would like to, if you're a science major like me, you can just be I would like to visit your lab, or if you could just have a Zoom with me, explain your research to me. Anyone whose research you find interesting, or even if you're not a science major, just ask professors how it is like to be a USC student. Or if you don't want to talk to professors, you can even talk to fellow Trojans, or you will be, if you're a Trojan, if you're planning to be a Trojan. Everyone's very helpful. I would love to talk to students personally. I do that a lot for people who want to come here, and I think other students would agree with me.
It's important that you understand yourself and you know what your limits are. So that way you provide a strong foundation for yourself and understanding what you want and knowing how to get there.
Definitely explore the website, the USC website. There's so many hidden opportunities and programs that I was not aware of before I joined a school. So I think be patient and actually explore the website in depth. That can help you a lot. So for example, the overseas internship programs, I wasn't realized it's such great program to be in another country. This summer I went to Singapore with a whole bunch of other students from other states, from UNC, from UT Dallas, and just be there. I think it's you can explore the culture so immersed. I mean, be it there in person. It's so different than watching YouTubes.
I guess study locations. I mean, I really like studying in the Price VPD courtyard, and we have little balconies. So if you can snag a seat on those, it's very quiet. It's in the shade, so that's been really nice.
All right, that concludes the tour. I hope you really enjoyed. I learned a lot about USC, and it was nice meeting all the students as well. They seemed genuinely happy, and obviously USC is really known for their cinematography and their communications school as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you next time.